Welcome to the Hooper Eblen Center on the campus of Tennessee Tech University, where we are set to tip off the District 7 AAA Girls Basketball Tournament. We've got a good one on tap as the DeKalb County Lady Tigers take on the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. I'm Noah McKay on the call. Thrilled to be joined. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight by Hallie and David Ledbetter, and we'll be here for all four of the games tonight as these first rounds get underway in both the boys and girls side of the tournament. We welcome you into the Overton County Anti-Drug Coalition pregame show. Empower their future. Care enough to have the hard talk about the dangers of drugs and alcohol with the teens in your life. Your conversation matters. Brought to you by the Overton County Anti-Drug Coalition. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friends at the Overton County Farm Bureau. And guys, this one will be fun. DeKalb County at 8-17, 0-10 in the district. They're on a 10-game losing streak. Livingston 18-10, 5-5. But maybe the exact example of throw the records out the window. These two teams have played two good matchups in the regular season, and this is a dangerous DeKalb County team facing off against a Livingston team that wants to make a return trip to the Glass House.
We've talked about it all season. Every time I've been on the call, DeKalb County could win by 50 tonight. Livingston could win by 50 tonight. It's every single game in this district, anybody could be first place. So this game could go either way. No matter what the record is, tonight is 0-0. It's reset automatically in districts.
Yes, we talked about 7 AAA for so many years, but this year especially seems like, we talked about it earlier, you could come in Monday night for the championship game and nobody would be shocked if it's DeKalb and Cumberland County or Livingston and Stone or Upperman and White County. I mean, anybody can win in this district. It just takes one player from any team to get hot on any given night, and they got a chance.
And both these teams have those one players. They each have a superstar on their roster with good supporting cast around them. Of course, for Livingston Academy, it starts with Ellie Butler, the junior. She's a sensational player at all three levels of the floor, probably a Miss Basketball snub. On the other side, Ella Van Branken, also a 3-level scorer. The length of her arms disrupts teams all over the place. She's a big reason DeKalb County's been in nearly every game they played in the district. They didn't win a district game in the regular season, but except the 2 Sparta games, they were in all 8 of the others. And in the 2 meetings this year, they met about a week apart. Back on February 1st, it was 56-44 in favor of Livingston, and on February 5th, it was 43-35. All the action when we come back to the Hooper Eblen Center. Don't go anywhere.
Deal of the week. Priced well below the market at $186 per square foot with an open split bedroom plan with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on 1,560 square feet. This could be your new home. Boasting luxury vinyl plank flooring, central air with natural gas heat, and tankless water heater in a private backyard. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581 today. Sonia Brown would love to make you a homeowner.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Welcome back as we're moments away from tip-off here at the Hooper Eblen Center. This entire tournament will be here in the friendly confines at Tennessee Tech University. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Hallie and David Ledbetter. The lovely Madison McKay is producing things for us this afternoon. A 4 o'clock start time. The last game today will start at 8:30, and we'll be here for all the action. Live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and in the NFHS network. That's right, we're on all 3. So if you're watching on a TV, you want to put it on your smart TV, if you can get YouTube on it, you can watch it there. If you have the NFHS network, you can download that app and watch it there as well. every single game of this tournament will be streamed live on all of those pages. We're happy you're along with us. Let us know in the comment section where you are, where you're watching from, and who you're cheering for in this one. I'm sure it'll be a split decision amongst all the viewers on all of those platforms, but as we bring you the starting lineups, first for the DeKalb County Lady Tigers, the visiting team on the scoreboard, the record of 8 victories, 17 losses. They are 0-10 in District 7 AAA in the regular season. Number 3, Cam Brannon. Number 4, Chloe Van Branken. Number 11, Ella Van Branken. Number 22, Avery Agee. And number 32, Tess Barton. For the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats under head coach Leslie Riddle, with an overall record of 18 victories and 10 losses, they were 5-5 in the regular season in District 7 AAA. Number 1, Mally Carwile. Number 14, Keely Mullins. Number 20, Chloe Jenkins. Number 22, Mally Jean Coleman. And number 24, Ellie Butler. Starters once again for the Lady Tigers: Brannon, Van Branken, Agee, and Barton. For Livingston Academy, it's Carwile, Mullins, Jenkins, Coleman, and Butler. One thing we know in this tournament especially, and in postseason basketball across this state, throw the records out the window. Weird things can happen, and it certainly feels like DeKalb County, even with that record, has a chance in this basketball game.
It's anybody's game, anybody's tournament. Anybody could come out with a win tonight and come out with a win in the district.
We talked about Van Franken for DeKalb, and we talked. Everybody talks about Ellie Butler for Livingston. Who's that one player for each team that we see every tournament that steps up and has that game? We'll see one here tonight on either team.
Yeah, and there's several different options for it. For Livingston, you look at the point guard, 22, Mally Jean Coleman, had a tremendous postseason a year ago en route to that state championship game. Don't need a big performance out of her. Chloe Van Branken is in the circle. Watch her for DeKalb County. DeKalb, I don't even know how to describe those jerseys. Gray jerseys with black numbers outlined in gold. Livingston, the home jerseys, white with white shorts, blue numbers and letters with a gold stripe down the side. Chloe Van Branken sets up here. The one thing to watch, that three-point line. The white line is the high school line. You'll see a bunch of threes across this tournament taken from way deeper than they typically are as they bounce it out. There's Van Branken driving in, kicks over to Agee. She's a sharpshooter, and that one does not fall. Rebound tipped out of play, and it was last touched, I believe, by Mullen, so it stays with DeKalb County.
DeKalb runs this high-low. I noticed in the last game these two played, they run this high-low. You got to watch for the backdoor cuts constantly for Livingston Academy.
Agee bounces into the big Tess Barton. Now back to Agee in the corner. Livingston, one of the elite zone defensive teams in this state, but they're matching up a little bit here to start. Ella Van Branken has it. White floats it inside to Chloe. Chloe through the circle, now to the baseline. Spins it back. That one was punched out of play and last off of Van Branken. Ellie Butler got her hand in there. Possession goes back to Hawkeye. See the comments rolling in here. Angela is watching. Carl is watching. Dora watching from Sparta. Good crowd starting to file in here. 4 games for you this evening. The first round of this very competitive district on both the boys and the girls' side. As they send it over right side into the corner, Ellie Butler. Now to Carwile. Mally Carwile, she can shoot the basketball. Surveys the floor, sends off left side to Mally Jean Coleman. Poked by Chloe Van Branken. Coleman goes back to get it. That's a fun matchup to watch tonight. Into the corner, Butler sends it into Mullins. Looking inside, that one swatted out of play as Brannon flied in there and knocked it away. It'll stay with Livingston.
One thing with Livingston is that they're really good getting the ball around and zone, especially against a team that's got a really good zone like DeKalb County.
Looking for the baseline, Mally Jean Coleman fires it into Jenkins. There's a tie-up and a jump. The possession arrow belongs to Livingston. 6:46 to go. I can guarantee you one thing on the girls' side, with maybe the exception of when White County plays, expect a lot of defense. Low-scoring games. These are elite defensive teams in this district. Points should be at a premium for the majority of this tournament. White County, and they can approach the 90s in a hurry. As Carwile sends left side, now Ellie Butler triggers the corner 3, and she got it. A Twin Lakes tractor 3 gets the scoring started, and who else would it be but Ellie Butler?
What, DeKalb left her all alone, and she's going to make the majority of those when she's left all alone.
A little pressure here for Livingston as they're trying to turn over these DeKalb County Lady Tigers. When you mentioned the run that Livingston went on a year ago, they're used to postseason success in Hogeye Country. For DeKalb County, they haven't won a postseason game since 2020 as Barton throws it off the side of the backboard, no good, when they made the region tournament and lost to eventual state champion Macon County in a good game. Since then, they've been one and done the last 3 postseasons as Mullins triggers the 3, and that one no good, but right there is Mally Jean Coleman. It'll bounce over left side. Jenkins, and a foul is called, and it's a charge. She went into the chest of Avery Agee, who goes down, and the first foul of the game going to go on Chloe Jenkins.
Even with the ending of that play, I will say that getting in there and getting those offensive rebounds are game changers.
And you see Livingston trying to tune up the pressure here early on against DeKalb. No doubt about it, they want an early lead. They have won 3-0 2 minutes into the ball game. Agee already running out of time. Barton with it. They're going to have to go quickly as Ella Van Branken does cross the timeline. Van Branken fires it over right side to Chloe, who goes up off the glass, good for 2. Chloe Van Branken cuts the deficit to 1 for DeKalb County as we get fired up here in this basketball game. Keely Mullins from the top of the circle slices through, and a foul is called. Keely Mullins is going to go to the Birdies Lounge free throw line to shoot 2. Birdies Lounge in Jamestown, golf simulators. Listen, we watched the Super Bowl up there. It was an awesome time. Make sure you check them out. If you're a golfer, even if you're not, enjoy a nice beverage and some good company at Birdie's Lounge as Keely Mullins sets up at the line. Flies away the first, and she hits it.
It's good on Livingston getting in, just like DeKalb was trying to do. Keeping your hands up on this end and not getting those fouls called early in the game is really crucial towards the end.
Second one up and good. 2 for 2 for Keely Mullins. The lead back to 3 for Livingston. As Ella Van Branken tries to slice through. That's Chloe, and then head-to-head. Mullins and Van Branken, they're okay. Butler comes away, pulls up at the mid-range, and hits it for 2. I'm used to being up in the rafters. Every time we come to Tech, I remember this is a contact sport. Avery Agee has it. Now working up is Ella Van Branken. Van Branken drives inside. Coleman goes down. Van Branken throws it up and in for 2. Something DeKalb's going to need a lot of tonight. Shot creation out of Ella Van Branken against this elite defensive Livingston team. Butler in the corner here for Hawkeye. Pass over right side to Mally Jean Coleman. A coaching mainstay and a relatively new face facing off in this one. Leslie Riddle, one of the most accomplished girls basketball coaches this side of the Mississippi, as the 3 balls up from way downtown. No good for Mullins. Randy Alley still getting her footing in there in DeKalb County. One of the coaches of the next generation as Van Branken drives in, throws it up. That's blocked right back to her. Now Agee over to Chloe Van Branken. She sends it to Ella, who floated into the corner. Mid-range runner, no, and a foul. I think catching the arm here was going to be Mally Jean Coleman, but Chloe Jenkins was in the area as well. This one does go on Mally Jean Coleman, her first, team second, and a trip to the line to shoot 2 for Ella Van Branken. First one up for Van Branken is no good. Short-armed it just a little bit. Hallie, you played in this gym. Is it any different than playing in the smaller confines around the district?
Definitely, which I didn't have the thing hanging over me where, this could be my last game until we got into regions, obviously. So it gets different, especially when it's later on in the season. Any game could be your last.
Second one was good for Van Branken. It's a 2-point game again. Into the half court comes Mally Carwell. Neither one of these teams are going to go particularly deep into their benches. You're going to see maybe 7 players apiece, the occasional 8th, but this is going to be the 5 the majority of the time as Mally Jean Coleman slices through and gets onto the stat sheet for the first time.
That's what you seen Mally Jean do last year in their run, Livingston Academy's run to the state tournament. She got to the rim, really changed her game in the second half of the season last year.
Chloe Van Branken gives off to Ella. Livingston, they're familiar with this. They've played in big postseason games. DeKalb County trying to get familiar with this as they give left side for Avery Agee. Keep those comments rolling in here. We see the split decision that's happening. And kick out. Van Branken, she drives around. This is Chloe who drives inside, throws it up, straight up and down goes Mullins as it's knocked out of play, and the ball will be awarded to DeKalb County. And a timeout going to be called here by Brandy Alley. 30-second timeout on the floor. So interesting start here, guys. 9 points on the board for Livingston. They come from 3 different people. Ellie Butler leads them with 5. The Van Brankens with a couple of points apiece for DeKalb County. Not a huge surprise, but Livingston's offense looks pretty good early in this game.
It's not that DeKalb's defense looks bad at all either. I think that they're just attacking early on, which is very, very, very important during the postseason. They're getting in there, getting those shots, and getting those foul called on DeKalb County, which, like I said earlier, it makes a difference at the end of the game. These first quarter fouls, they come back to haunt you in third and fourth quarter when you're not able to play because you have those many fouls.
And so far, the zone defense by Livingston, you see DeKalb all year. some games live and die by the three. So far, they've only attempted one shot from three-point land. So Livingston's defense, that zone is extended out.
Yeah, you would think conventional wisdom would win this game. They're going to have to rein it in from outside, but Livingston so far making that difficult. Chloe Van Branken sends out to Agee. Speaking of, this is a mile away, and she got fouled. Jumping into that landing area was Mally Carwile, her first, team's third, and a trip to the line to shoot three, I think. Are they not going to call it a shooting foul? Okay.
I think he called that on the floor after the shot, maybe. I'm assuming that's what he called.
Okay, Ella Van Branken with it. She goes off to Tess Barton. Had to have been. So now Agee from the other side triggers it. And again, this floor, I think, is playing some tricks right now on DeKalb County because that is a good 5 feet further behind the arc than it had to be.
You know, you got three-point lines there. Of course, the white one is high school. But I'll tell you something else you hear people talk about. This, you're talking about the gym. The depth perception is so much different in this gym compared to the high school gyms they usually play in.
DeKalb settling into a 2-3 zone look. They kick it in the corner. Ellie Butler for three. Got it. She's firing up a Twin Lakes tractor three, the second of the quarter, and Ellie Butler looks right at home in the hoop. Remember, she saved Livingston's life last year with a putback in the region semis against Lincoln County. She's right at home in this building. Barton with it now as Livingston's leads up to 7 here early on in this game. Live on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network. Big crowd tuning in already. We'll have more action coming up later on as Cookeville is in action. Jacob Benson with the call from Laverne. That's going to be on UCR2 later on as Barton tries to step through. Double team, kicks out to Agee. Again, Agee from way downtown. No good. Rebound down to Mullins. Keely Mullins as Livingston looks to extend their early advantage. Right side, Mally Jean Coleman slices into the lane. Left-handed lay-in, no good. Rebound down, Avery Agee.
Something people don't take into consideration with Mally Jean Coleman, she likes to go on the left side. And she's very strong on the left side.
Ella Van Branken has it here in the half court. Leslie Riddle, hands on her knees as she gives out the defensive call. Van Branken gives left side to Agee. 0 for 4 so far for three-point land. DeKalb trails by 7. Van Branken drives inside. Ella Van Branken swiped away. Mally Jean Coleman got two hands on it. Here they go in transition. Ellie Butler with the left hand off the glass and good. Ellie Butler with 10 first quarter points for Livingston. They're out in front 14-5. Big-time players show up in big-time games. Make no mistake about it, this is a big-time game. They all are from here on out as Van Branken kicks to Agee. Crowd wanted to travel. They don't get it. Agee with the runner in the mid-range. No. Lid on the basket right now for DeKalb, and Livingston's rolling downhill with a 9-point lead 7 minutes into the ball game.
Livingston has ratcheted up on the defensive end. It's turned into easy offensive points.
Coleman, reverse feed. Carlisle got free. She triggers the three. Got it. Another Twin Lakes tractor three for Livingston. This time it's Mally Carlisle, and the Hogeye offense is firing away in this first quarter. Van Branken slicing through the defense. She jump stops, throws it up, in and out, no good. A rebound down to Mullins. 40 seconds. Livingston trying to go on a huge run. There's a feed from Coleman to Butler for 2 more.
I might be a little biased when I say this since she was my point guard, but she's one of the best passers in this in this district.
19-5. Livingston on a big run here trying to close out this quarter. 20 seconds to go. Ella Van Branken with it. Chloe dribbles it inside to Barton. Blocked from behind and a foul. And the body contact. Keely Mullins trying to get up for the block. It was clean up top, but I think down low is where they got it. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming from Tess Barton. And we're going to get 3 subs into the game, so we are going to see 8 Lady Wildcats play in this game. First one no good for Barton. Checking in is Melton for DeKalb. Cora Copeland, Emma Poston, and Mila Daly checking in for Livingston Academy.
DeKalb's got a lid on their basket right now. They can't buy one.
Yeah, the quarter bell may be the best thing for DeKalb as the second one no good. 0 for 2 for Barton. And Ellie Butler looking for the exclamation point. Finds Poston as she crosses the timeline right side Carlisle. 8 seconds left for Poston. Crosses over. Poston looking into the corner. Carlisle. 2 seconds. Butler wants it, but it's stolen away by Chloe Van Branken. And now the buzzer sounds at the end of the first quarter. And it's a strong one for Livingston Academy. After one, it's LA 19, DeKalb 5. You're watching coverage of the District 7 AAA Tournament presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The experts at the South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Located at 640 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville, get your oil changed, tires rotated, and fluids filled. Need other repairs? Stop by for a same-day free diagnosis and estimate. South Willow Auto Clinic is a longtime supporter of student-athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. South Willow Auto Clinic, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we enter the second quarter of play. Livingston Academy leads DeKalb County 19-5. A great first quarter for Livingston. They ended on a big run, guys, and it was the play of Ellie Butler once again. She was raining in a couple of threes. She added another 12 points in the frame, and right now, DeKalb County back against the ropes. They need a run. There goes Chloe Van Branken off the glass. No. Rebounded by guess who? Ellie Butler. She's playing like she may have a little chip on her shoulder in this game.
She got snubbed for Miss Basketball this year, and tournament time, she's ratcheted up.
No question about it. We know we're going to see tomorrow. Celeste Reed deserved to be a Miss Basketball finalist. This district was good enough to have 2. 7.5 to go in the second. True.
Yeah, anybody could be Miss Basketball in this district.
Crossing the timeline is Ella Van Branken. She crosses over. Double team arrives for Livingston. They are defending at a high level right now. 5 points through the first 8.5 minutes for DeKalb. Back from Milton. Milton kicks back. Feels like DeKalb needs to see one go through the hoop, one way or the other.
Livingston's went from the zone to the man-to-man defense now.
Right side over Ella Van Branken. Carwile there defensively. Sends it to Milton, who flashed off the screen. Butler there defensively. Milton fires a tip pass. Brannon able to come away with it. Couple of subs to the table upcoming here for Leslie Riddle. There's a kick out pass to Milton. Milton back right side Brannon. Looking in for Barton. Barton pivots inside, throws it up, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped right back to Barton. Put back, no. They cannot buy one on this end of the floor, even when they're getting good looks. Butler now spinning inside. Ellie Butler with the runner, no. Rebound down, tipped out of play. Where's it going? It's going to DeKalb with 6.5 to go in the second. Checking back in here is going to be Chloe Jenkins and Keely Mullins for Livingston Academy. Coming up next after this one, it's a boys game. Same 2 teams. Livingston Academy and DeKalb County will do battle. Then we have maybe just on paper the best matchup of the night. Cumberland County against Stone Memorial in girls action as Brannon triggers the 3, no good. Milton right there for the rebound. Over to Barton off the glass. And DeKalb County stops the run for now. Timeout called by Coach Riddle as Barton puts in her first basket to make it 19-7. We'll round out the night later on tonight. 8:30 set time. These can pivot if one of these games goes long, but White County against Cumberland County in boys action. See if that basket changed anything for DeKalb County. They've gotten some good looks here, guys. They just haven't fallen right now, and Livingston seems like they can't miss on the other end.
I think after the lead that Livingston got a little later in the first quarter, they got a little bit frantic trying to get some points, and they weren't bad shots at all. I mean, you said that, they were shooting way outside their range. AG can make those, and, it's just they can't, like you said, they can't buy a basket today.
Yeah, let's see if those 2 points right there, because it's almost a little over 5 minutes in game time since the DeKalb had scored a field goal. See if those 2 points right there kind of jump starts them here in the second quarter.
We're presented by our friends at the Overton County Farm Bureau all season long with Livingston Academy. We so appreciate them. Football, basketball, ... couple of sports to come. Chloe Jenkins gives over left side. Now looking across. There's an errant pass, and it goes to DeKalb. This is a DeKalb County team that can go on a run. They've got the shooters, and if they can get hot, this could become interesting. But right now, Livingston, despite the turnover, controlling this basketball game.
I think that's what Coach Riddle was trying to do there. They got those points, and she was like, let's stop it now before it gets any worse.
Ella Van Branken crosses over, going to bring it across the timeline. DeKalb County sideline clapping and stomping. Livingston clapping as well. Van Branken bounces it to Barton, trying to hand off to her. Well disrupted by the Hawkeye defense. Into Barton. Barton kicks out to Brannon. Extra feed over. Triggering the 3, Ella Van Branken, no good. Brannon goes to the right spot. The putback, good for 2.
Back-to-back possessions by DeKalb County, offensive rebounds, and they get the points. You got to box out and rebound if you're Livingston.
Slicing through, Mullins throws up the runner, no. DeKalb on a 4-0 run with the basketball as it's to a 10-point game. Ella Van Branken slowing it down a little bit. DeKalb was trying to go fast in that first quarter. I think Livingston pretty comfortable in that environment within this matchup. Van Branken works off a screen left side, drives to the spot, throws it high off the glass. No, Burton for the putback, got fouled underneath there. Poston trying to box out, but it's going to be a trip to the line for Tess Barton. She's 0 for 2, but she goes back looking for 2 more.
Another offensive rebound for DeKalb County. They're doing a great job on the boards right now, keeping them in this game.
First one for Barton is no good. Ellie Butler got a quick breather. Now she's back in for Poston. Barton trying to make it go through here, struggling just a little bit at the line. That one does get the roll, and it's back to a single-digit game. Pass right side, Butler with it. Jump stops, pulls up in the mid-range, no. Rebound down, grabbed by Barton. 3 straight misses for Livingston on this end, coupled with a turnover. And a 5-0 run threatens to become bigger for DeKalb County.
I think that's when DeKalb just needs to slow down and say, okay, we can stop them on offense. We need to take our time getting these points.
Ella Van Branken working on Coleman. Drives inside, now kicks. Milton, she can really shoot it. That one no good. Barton again with a rebound, blocked away by Keely Mullins. Big swat as Barton starting to tally up those offensive boards. Now Mally Jean Coleman trying to set up Chloe Van Branken there defensively as they look each other in the eye. Coleman kicks back to Butler. Reverse feed over to Mullins. Keely Mullins, his eyes up, fires into the mid-range from the elbow. Kick to Butler. Butler bodied up. Now drives and kicks from Isla Daly. Daly back to Coleman. Coach Riddle yells, move it. 4 minutes to go. We're midway through the second quarter. Livingston has not scored yet in this frame. Kick out to Keely Mullins. She throws up the mid-range runner. No. Rebound down. Punch from behind. Daly goes to grab. Now Ellie Butler for 3. Money again. The third Twin Lakes Tractor 3 of the half for Ellie Butler.
Got to know where 24 is for Livingston at all times.
Melton with it ahead as now all of a sudden Livingston can set up that full court pressure. Dangerous feed, and that one's picked off and intercepted by Butler. Butler, the leader in the clubhouse by a mile right now, early on for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Mila Daly has it. She bounces left side Coleman. I don't know how we're going to decide that. Usually it's just the color commentator.
Well, let him
maybe
get it
we'll
tonight.
split. No, we'll split. You don't get away from that one.
Maybe?
Mullins off the little float pass from Coleman. She got it. And the great start to the quarter for DeKalb is erased as back-to-back Twin Lakes Tractor 3s for Livingston gives them the largest lead of the half.
I will say when Livingston goes on a run, they go on a run.
Kick pass right side Brandon. Now Melton with it. Melton fires it to Van Branken. Van Branken off of Barton's screen. Now looking to pick and roll, but it's off the mark. Rebound down, or pardon me, steal away. Mullins who sends it to Butler, and Ellie Butler goes off the glass for 2 more. 17 in the first half for Ellie Butler. And Coach Alley wants a full timeout. We will take it with him. 2:44 to go in the second. Livingston on an 8-0 run. Don't go anywhere.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back at 8-0 Livingston Academy run as they lead 27-10. Ellie Butler with 17 points in the first half, and we were talking in the break. DeKalb had the ball down 9 after trailing by 14 to open up this frame, and they weren't able to convert. Livingston's come down, reined in a couple of triples, and added in another 2. And quite frankly, Ellie Butler's taking this basketball game over.
Yeah, we talked about it. Down 9 with the ball, and you make a shot there, you're down 7, possibly 6, and instead it's a Livingston 8-0 run.
2:40 to go in the second quarter, and as Van Branken brings it across the timeline here. First of 4 games in the Hooper Eblen Center tonight. We'll go girls, boys, alternating through until we have our semifinal pairings. These are the only elimination games of the tournament. Loser season ends as there's an errant pass inside. It goes back to Livingston. Winner advances on to the semis and also into the region tournament, in which every AAA team out of District 7 will be favored over the District 8 team. Not to say they'll all win, but they all have a really good chance of it. Mullen sends inside for Butler, throws it up, who got hit on the arm on our way into the air. So 2 upcoming here at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for Ellie Butler.
You'll see a lot of, with Livingston, I know you've seen it throughout the season, a lot of the guards and even the post players cutting in, and those outside guards just hitting it straight on the run. They like to get in the lane like that.
Barton was called for the personal. Ellie Butler reigns in the first free throw. Carlisle back in. The second personal going on Tess Barton. It is the first team foul of the quarter against DeKalb. 2 for 2 for Ellie Butler. She is putting on a clinic. Has a great stat line for an entire game, and we still have 2:10 to go in the second quarter. Ella Van Branken using her speed in a foul. A reach-in going to be called on Mally Jean Coleman. That'll be her second, team second. And it comes with 2:07 to go in the frame.
Let's see if DeKalb can weather this is it an 11-0 storm right now? Just calm down, get a basket right here, and get back into this game.
Right side, Agee bounces back for Ella Van Branken. Van Branken tries to drive, picks up the dribble. Butler there defensively, kicks to Agee. She's looking to get it rolling, but misses it off front iron. Rebound down to Keeley. Mullins off the nice box out, and now Mullins turns and burns ahead. Fires it inside on a rope to Jenkins, and it's blocked from behind. Brannon swatted that one out of play. He'll stay with Livingston. Hammer-fisted that one out of play.
It's a volleyball spike right there.
Inbound goes to Mullins. Mullins floats out right wing side, now to Ellie Butler. Mally Jean Coleman comes out to set up in the half court. 90 seconds to go in the second quarter. Carlisle, right side, Butler. Butler going to line up the three. She's feeling it, but that one's no good. A rebound down. Ella Van Branken with the board and now pushing the tempo. Van Branken works off the screen. Now kicks for Agee. Bounces for Brannon. Brannon back to Agee. Now Van Branken wants it. Now she has it. Activates baseline and body contact in midair with Chloe Jenkins. That'll be Jenkins' second. Ella Van Branken going to go to the stripe and shoot a couple.
That was good leadership for Van Branken there. She was yelling at Agee to get her the ball because she knew she had that lane to take. If not, get a layup, get a foul.
First one up for Van Branken. Rattles home. Just the fourth point for Ella Van Branken. Just checking back into the game here for Livingston is going to be Cora Copeland. Jenkins comes out with those 2 fouls. Second one for Van Branken. She got it. So Ella Van Branken leads DeKalb with 5 points. They only have 12 in this first half so far. 1:02 to go in the half. Coleman drives and hand check. And is getting beat inside was Chloe Van Branken. So just the second team foul. No harm there. First personal on Chloe. And Ellie Butler going to inbound just to our left. She gets it into Keely Mullins. 54 seconds to go now. Keely Mullins working it back towards that center court Tech logo. So Golden Eagles women's team got a big win here last night in this gym. Ellie Butler explodes inside off the glass. No. Rebound down to Brannon. 17-point game. DeKalb with the basketball. How do they approach this with 33 seconds to go? Ella Van Branken fires over left side for Avery Agee. Now bounces Brannon. Back to Van Branken. From the logo, which is way downtown. Might as well be a half-court shot. No good. 29-12. A chance for Livingston as Mullins picks up her dribble, sends it to Butler. 13 seconds. I imagine Livingston going to hold for the final shot. Coleman, guarded by Van Branken, works it around right wing side. 4 seconds. Mullins, 2 seconds, sends it in. Carlisle throws it up. This would count, but it's no good. Pardon me, that's Copeland on the attempt. And that brings us to the end of a first half, largely controlled by Livingston Academy. After 2, it's Livingston 29, DeKalb 12. You're watching coverage of the District 7 AAA Tournament presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Hone and develop your skills on the court with professional basketball player development from Legacy Athletics. Call 931-303-3356 or follow them on Instagram at legacy_athletics or on Twitter at jwinningham25 for more information today. Legacy Athletics, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Crossroads Auction Group are the Upper Cumberland's auction experts. As a full-service auction company, they take your stress away every step of the way. Servicing the entire Upper Cumberland, the Crossroads Auction Group gets your property ready from cleanup, setup, picture-taking, up to the auction and beyond. They handle all auctions from estates, residential, farms, land, commercial, and everything else. For more information, visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com or call 931-644-7149 today. The Crossroads Auction Group are proud sponsors of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is also home to the UCR Coaches Show on Tuesday nights. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Deal of the week. Priced well below the market at $186 per square foot with an open split bedroom plan with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on 1,560 square feet. This could be your new home. Boasting luxury vinyl plank flooring, central air with natural gas heat, and tankless water heater in a private backyard. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581 today. Sonia Brown would love to make you a homeowner.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
The experts at the South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Located at 640 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville, get your oil changed, tires rotated, and fluids filled. Need other repairs? Stop by for a same-day free diagnosis and estimate. South Willow Auto Clinic is a longtime supporter of student-athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. South Willow Auto Clinic, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for an abbreviated Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, Livingston with a 29-12 lead over DeKalb County, and it was 19 points by Ellie Butler in that first half. And an interesting start. It was about 9-5, and the teams were trading buckets for a minute, and then Livingston went on a long run. DeKalb scored a couple of points in a row, went on a 5-0 run of their own, and to end that first half, it was all Livingston. An onslaught as they started raining into threes. Ellie Butler had 3 in the half. Another one splashed through for Keely Mullins. They've got this 17-point lead, which feels comfortable. The first 4 minutes of this third quarter probably going to tell us if we have any sort of a ball game or not.
I think that with DeKalb right now, after they saw that Livingston got up a little bit, they started playing, who's going to lead the floor, and there was a couple of them trying to. And there was a couple of them trying to get those shots, but like you said earlier, the shots couldn't fall. So that's when those other girls started stepping up, started getting those shots, and that's when they went on their little 4-0 run right there and had the ball for 4 straight possessions. And then Livingston got back in their groove.
And we'll see if DeKalb can start off here. Maybe they start off with a 6-8-0 run right here to get themselves back in this game.
No District 7 single-A tournament tonight. They had an issue at Livingston Academy, so that's been postponed to tomorrow. So we'll have one other game on the other page over on UCR2. Cookeville against Wilson Central. They're getting started at 6 o'clock. Jacob will have all the action. Mally Jean Coleman for 3, no. Long rebound. Brandon has it. Tried to fire it away, and it did find one of her teammates. Here comes DeKalb with a ton of speed. Ella Van Branken. Livingston does a good job of getting back as Van Branken sets up in the half court. DeKalb in the gray jerseys, Livingston in white. Lady Tigers working right to left on your screen as they kick back for Cam Brennan. Now Avery Agee from the center court logo, back right side. Ella Van Branken fires in for Tess Barton. Barton has several rebounds in the game, trying to get it scored, but that one's no good. Butler comes away with another rebound, and she is on double-double watch. Allie Jean Coleman sends over left side. Keely Mullins. Jenkins works it back for Mally Carwile. Now Coleman gives the play call in. Allie, what does that mean?
I don't know, actually.
Is it a new play?
Carlisle drives in. That one's going to be a foul called. Avery Agee swiped down. So a trip to the Birdies Lounge free throw line, coming to shoot 2 for Allie Carlisle.
Might have added a few more.
It's the first personal on Avery Agee, the first team foul against DeKalb. I don't think your coach would want you to tell what that was anyway,
no,
even if you do it.
Yeah.
This is the first one is good from Allie Carlisle. 2 for 2. The boys matchup to come. Same teams, Livingston and DeKalb County will do battle about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one. It'll be a part of a new stream, again, live on the Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS network. So if you're watching on a TV, you have a couple of options with the network and YouTube. You've got Facebook here. Some TVs you can still get Facebook on, as Ella Van Branken has it, working around left wing side. 31-12 the score. Van Branken drives and kicks out left side. Brandon triggers the 3. That one no good. A little bit short, rebound down to Keely Mullins. Now ahead, Ellie Butler driving baseline. Butler off the glass for 2 more. She's got 21 points tonight. And she's had a lot of free runs to the basket so far in this game. And it's something that I'm sure DeKalb County did not want to happen early on, as she's outscored them herself. 21-12. Ella Van Branken flips back for Agee.
Livingston swapped up their defense. They go man-to-man for a trip, and then they go zone for 3 trips, and keeping DeKalb County off balance on the offensive end.
Butler tipped it. Coleman went and grabbed it, then assisted Ellie Butler as she splashed it in for 2 more. And she's up to 23 points. And she is virtually unstoppable in this game. Now a drive and a kick. Livingston starting to run away with it. They're up by 23. Agee corner 3, got it. A Domino's 3 for Avery Agee. She's been trying to get it rolling. She splashes that one home as it's back to a 20-point game.
She's one of those people, you don't want her to make that first shot because then she won't miss the rest of the game. And I might have gave her a little bit of bad luck there like you do with the free throws.
Yeah, the announcer jinx. It's a
sorry,
real thing.
Sorry.
The shot for Mullins was no good. Now Van Branken in the half court, kicks back to Chloe Van Branken. Chloe off the dribble, slicing through, throws it up, and Jenkins, I think, got a hand on that for a block. Firing the other way. Here's Keely Mullins with a bunch of speed. Back to Butler. Thought about it. Instead sends it back. Around right side. Carlisle for 3. Got it. Allie Carlisle with her second Twin Lakes Tractor 3 of the game. Twin Lakes Tractor, your local Mahindra dealer. And Carlisle dealing the 3s now. Back to a 23-point game.
I don't think there's a single girl on the floor right now that can't be considered a 3-point shooter.
Now that one's going to be poked by Jenkins. Everybody's diving on the floor for it. It must be the district tournament. We got a whistle and a jump ball with the arrow belonging to DeKalb. Livingston Academy looking to get their 19th win of this season. The winner of this game sets up a date tomorrow with the 2 seed Upperman Lady Bees at 4 o'clock back here on this floor. That again will be live on the main page, all the same pages you're watching this now. As there's a turnover, Coleman with a little no-look feed over to the left side, and the shot put up and good by Allie Carlisle.
Great look by Miley Jean Coleman up there. No-look pass.
Timeout called by Brandy Alley as this one is officially gotten out of hand. We talked about what the first 4 minutes would look like. It looked like more of the same. Livingston has opened it up to a 25-point advantage. If it is, Livingston and Upperman, round 3 tomorrow. Upperman swept the season series, both in Baxter and in Livingston. But as we know, that may be the best rivalry we have on the docket now, with Cookeville and Sparta not playing each other this year. I'm sure it will be a slightly lively environment here at 4 o'clock tomorrow in the Hooper Evelyn Center.
I think every game there's going to be lots and lots and lots of fans. I don't think there's a single person in Upper Cumberland that, obviously cheers for their team, but they've got someone else in mind that they want to go watch. So there's people here that aren't DeKalb and aren't Livingston fans that don't even have people playing tonight, but there are plenty of people here watching both of these teams because they know it's going to be a good game regardless.
Yeah, one game that we anticipate having a great atmosphere in here tonight, 7 o'clock. Cumberland County against Stone Memorial, elimination game in a cross-county rivalry. Speaking of 2 schools that do not like each other at all, those 2 certainly qualify. We'll have all the action for you again. That's the 7 o'clock tip after the boys game between Livingston and DeKalb. We'll round out the night with White County against Cumberland County in boys action.
I will say, as a former player, we love fans interacting. and I think that game is going to be really fun to watch.
Ella Van Branken driving inside and swiped away for the second time by Mally Jean Coleman, and here they come like a freight train behind the back feed to Butler for two. Put it on Sports Center, Mally Jean Coleman, and an and one for Ellie Butler.
Wow, you won't see a prettier pass in high school basketball than that right there.
I will say she loves to practice those. She's been waiting for the day.
That was
waiting for
awesome.
the day.
And Butler can't finish the three-point play, but put that one on the Twitter feed, their huddle tape, everywhere else. That was sick from Mally Jean Coleman. And now driving in Ella Van Branken, and a foul will be called. This one's going to go on Keely Mullins, and a trip for two for Ella Van Branken. Second personal on Keely Mullins. Yeah, that's going to be on our every UCR social media platform in about 20 minutes.
At 40-15, Coach Riddle could say good pass. If it was 40-42, she'd probably tell Mally Jean, don't do that again.
First free throw is good for Van Branken. And a big round of applause from the Livingston fans for Mally Jean Coleman, and she's getting a pat on the back from her teammates. That's one of the plays of the year right there in the Upper Cumberland. Mila Daly has it. And now a foul will be called as Chloe Van Branken. That's a frustration foul a little bit. Second personal on her. It's going to be the first team foul, I believe, against DeKalb County.
It's not been a big fouling game. I've not seen, there's a couple of them when they're driving in getting, a little cheap foul, but most of them are pretty reasonable.
They're letting them play. They're letting them play.
Now, a little errant pass. Mullins gets it and rips through, throws it up, and got the call. Keely Mullins is going to go to the Birdies Lounge free throw line to shoot two.
I might have jinxed it a little bit there, too.
Yeah, here we go.
Sorry for the slow
ready.
game, everyone.
This is going to be the fourth team foul. Pardon me, I misspoke earlier. Livingston had one foul. DeKalb has four now, and it's not going to be free throws. Mullins sends it into the baseline. Now Butler. Extra pass to Daly, unselfish basketball, but no good. A rebound down to Barton. And Chloe Van Branken will possess. Van Branken driving in. Now she kicks. Hey, this is a Livingston team. Don't forget, they pushed Sparta to the brink in Sparta to round out their regular season. As the shot's no good, went off of Daly last, so it stays with DeKalb. And there was kind of the question of Sparta didn't have anything to play for in that game. They already locked up the district, and I don't think either team is going to show anything that they had in the reserves in that game schematically, but it was a good showing for Livingston Academy. They followed it up with a dominant performance. Again, they'll just be the second team in the district to, if this holds, blow out DeKalb County this year. So they're playing really good basketball, and they'll face off against an Upperman team that, well, they are a defensive juggernaut this year, no question about it. Driving inside, shot thrown up, no good, and they'll say it was knocked out of play by Livingston, so it'll stay on this end.
Talk about the Livingston Sparta game or White County game a couple weeks ago. You know Coach Riddle and you know Coach Dodge, and they're going to play to win the basketball.
100%, no question. As this one's going to be swiped away and stolen by Mally Carwile. She jumped in front of the pass. Ahead it goes to Butler. Butler back to Carwile. She lines up the triple. No good. A rebound down. It's a long one. Tipped out of play. And it's going to go and stay on that end with Livingston. As we're going to see some of the reserves start to check in. J.C. Garrett checks in for the first time. Mally Carwile comes out. And with Ellie Butler sitting at 25 points, you probably see if she can get up in that 30 range. They also would like to get it past that 35-point mark as they give inside to Copeland, who goes off for two. She's got her first points of the night.
I think it was last year's first district match for Livingston. Ellie Butler had 30 points in the first game, I think, as well.
How'd that postseason run go? As Barton puts it in for two over here.
That postseason run, it was great until we got to the championship games.
I've spoken like a true competitor.
All three of them.
It was a really great postseason run for Livingston Academy. As Mila Daly has it left side, now Ellie Butler with it. Butler kicks in, now back out, swinging around. Butler thought about lining up the three. Instead drives, tripped up a little bit. We play on. Kick out Garrett. Garrett works it around left side for Poston. Now Butler in the mid-range, slicing through, good and one. Ellie Butler finishes and will go to the Birdies Lounge free throw line to try to complete the three-point play.
DeKalb County sending, every time Ellie Butler touches the basketball, they're sending two at her. She just split the double team there, but maybe a little bit too late to start double teaming Ellie Butler in this game.
And Collins is about to come in for her. Her day's probably done, Ellie Butler, after she checks out here. They picked up right where they left off in that second quarter. Rolling through this one. And the free throw is good for Butler. That gives her 28 points in this district opener.
Do we really need to do a coin toss, Dad, to pick the player of the game?
I think you're probably going to agree on it tonight.
I think we could both all agree on it. I think everyone in this gym can.
I'm not going to make any other suggestions.
Brandon sends it over right side. That one's going to be swiped away. Livingston pushing it in transition with Garrett. Garrett goes high up. That one's blocked away by Chloe Van Branken. It'll stay on this end with Livingston.
I will say, a lot like Ella, Chloe's really long and can get down the floor really fast, and that helps her on the block and outside.
As now that one's going to be thrown way back into the backcourt, and it's going to be an easy two for Melton, but no good. Rebound down. Van Branken is fouled, and Chloe Van Branken will go to the line to shoot two off the turnover.
I was saying she was quick. I never even watched her come up the court. She's down there getting a rebound.
Yeah, she can fly, no doubt about it. As the first free throw is no good for Van Branken. Flies away the second, no good as well. Rebound down, and just tough sledding today for DeKalb County.
They've not been able to buy a bucket the whole game. It's just had some good looks at the basket. They just not. It's one of those nights where the shot does not fall.
And I think we've seen a Livingston team really calm and under pressure. They haven't played frenetic at all as the three ball's up and good. Splashed home on the Twin Lakes tractor three. Emma Poston with her first points tonight.
How many LA girls have a three?
A lot. We'll count it up here in a minute. It's Chloe Van Branken, 5 different Lady Wildcats with the three. And on the other end, Ella Van Branken from downtown, no good. Rebound down to Poston. She sends it ahead to Garrett, but that one's swiped away by Ella Van Branken again. Here comes Ella into the half court. Eyes up now. Spins back to Brandon. Van Branken with it. She triggers another three. That one's no good. Rebound out of play, and it'll go to Livingston with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Van Branken's usually money from right there. I mean, I think I said AG and her and Keely Mullins for Livingston can pull up from the other baseline and still make a three.
I'm curious, though. We've seen a lot of shots right at the Tech logo. I wonder if that the three lines is kind of messing with them a little bit.
There's no question about it. This is now, I think, the 4th year we've called games from here. And we're always down here in this spot is driving inside, and the half court's going to be Copeland, puts it up, no good. Rebound down, Brandon. You see way more deep threes taken on this floor than you do in the regular season, and we've seen a little bit of that tonight, especially out of DeKalb County, as Van Branken has it. Now, they take a lot of deep threes in the regular season as well, but as Barton turns and puts it off the glass for two.
I will say, DeKalb, more than Livingston, their gym is way closer to the goal than Livingston's is.
And now Melton slices in for the steal and got fouled on the way up.
And there's that big open gap behind the goal right there that, you know, is probably messing with them a bit.
Well, and don't forget, DeKalb County, they've been one and done. They haven't got to this point. This is the first year that it's actually these first-round games have been played here. In the past, they've been at satellite sites, so they haven't played on this floor. Livingston has. They played on this floor and, of course, in the Murphy Center. Is a little left-handed runner, no good, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Another strong one for Livingston Academy. They're closing in on a semifinal appearance in this tournament after 3. It's Lady Cats 50, Lady Tigers 20. You're watching coverage of the District 7 AAA Tournament presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Academy closing in on a big win to open up the District 7 AAA tournament. They lead DeKalb 50-20. I'm Noah McKay, joined by David and Hallie Ledbetter. The lovely Madison McKay is producing things for us this evening as the corner three is on the way for Mila Daly, and she got it. A Twin Lakes tractor three. Mila Daly's on the stat sheet for the first time, and Livingston's a couple of points away from a running clock.
Make that 6 now.
6 different Lady Cats have reined in a three as both teams have begun to get into the bench a little bit. Ella Van Branken still in there for DeKalb. She drives and kicks over to Melton. Melton into the mid-range, bounces back to Van Branken. Van Branken going to trigger the long three. That one's no good. DeKalb just cannot get it to fall tonight from long range. They have only made 1 3 all night long, as a foul is going to be called here against Livingston. Looks like that's on J.C. Collins.
Those 6 players you see from Livingston not getting those threes, you usually see for DeKalb as well. They usually have a wide variety of girls that can make those three-pointers.
Baseline inbound coming here for the Lady Tigers. They send it in for Van Branken. Now Brandon in the low block. Reverse feed to Melton. She triggers the three. That one's no good. Rebound down to Daly. Somewhere in this gym is Goose. I haven't seen. Oh, now I see his blue shirt over there.
Sometimes blends in.
He never blends in.
No, I'm saying blend in with like the wall
true.
or
He's
something.
Such a superstar, though. I mean, he just shines brighter than the rest. He's here, so we're going to have complete coverage of this tournament on UpperCumberlandReporter.com. As Van Branken turnaround shot inside with the left hand, good for Ella Van Branken. She's got 8 points. That leads DeKalb. Now pass in. There, a foul from behind. Going to go on Brandon. And inbound play coming for Livingston.
So frustrating for DeKalb because, you know, each girl on this team, every one of them can shoot the ball so well. And you just come in here and you just can't get anything to fall. It's so frustrating as a player, as a coach, as a fan.
Coach Dodgen in the house. So I think we'll have several coaches strewn about here in the hoop as they send it to the corner. White County will await the winner of that Cumberland County Stowe Memorial game. Livingston's going to take on Upperman tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The top 2 seeds get that all-important bye. As Collins gets over left side, now Poston with it. They're automatically into the region tournament. Livingston will join those two, and one more berth to go as a foul will be called, and a trip coming to the line to shoot 2 at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for Mila Daly.
It's different than last year. I think my mom was explaining it to me earlier. There's 2 that get the bye this year, whereas last year only 1 got the bye.
Well, but the departure of Macon County out of this district, now a 16 district, so instead of having 3 first-round games, there's only 2 first-round games, and by nature of that, 2 teams get the bye. Daly's first free throw was no good. Next one up, and that one does fall through. Mila Daly splits them. 4 points for her in the quarter, and it's back to a 32-point lead for Livingston. Stick around post-game. We'll have the Livingston Regional Hospital post-game show where we'll go through the scoring and, of course, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game, and we all know who it's going to be, but we'll still reinforce it later on. And then we will have a new stream with the boys matchup between Livingston and DeKalb. See if the Tigers can be more competitive than they were in the regular season with the Wildcats, who can run 1,000 miles an hour up and down this floor at Hoover Evelyn Center.
Hard to keep up with sometimes.
Errant pass out of play. It goes to Livingston. They did in the regular season. Livingston won 85-42 and 82-56. In that first game, Connor Close did not play, so a caveat there. But in the second game, he did. DeKalb got about 14 more points, but still was lopsided. Collins sends it over right side here. Now back to the top of the circle. They work it around left side. Cora Copeland triggers the 3. That one's no good. Rebound down. DeKalb County comes away. Ella Van Branken with it. Van Branken crosses over. A couple of times. Trying to work it inside. Does step through. Left-handed lay. That's a tough finish for Ella Van Branken.
Great shot.
Great shot.
10 points for Van Branken in this game. Now Poston with it in the half court. She drives inside. Poston goes up. No good. Copeland with a putback. That one's no good as well. Poston got it again. Now left side. 3 ball up. That one's not. A little bit too strong. Goes out of play, and it was tipped, so it stays with Livingston. Mia Hughes going to check into the game. In for Copeland. Ella Van Branken gets a hug from Chloe Van Branken as she makes her way off, and now her head coach will as well. What a player Ella Van Branken was there for DeKalb County, a certified bucket. tough finish for her, but she'll be remembered as one of the really good players at DeKalb.
It's the tough part of this year.
Hated playing her when I was in school, definitely.
Corner three up and good. Mila Daly, she's starting to feel it from out there at Twin Lakes Tractor 3, her second of this quarter.
Yeah, we talked about this. The tough part of this time of year is so many good players. Potential last game, you just hate to see. You hate to see it happen.
50s.
But with this district, most of them aren't finished. You know, plenty of them are going on to play.
No doubt about it. And that's one of the things about this district on the flip side of it is there's some districts out there with 3 teams in it, others who have a 4C with no business playing in a region tournament. And we're going to have 2 really good teams out of 7 AAA at home. As the subs keep flowing in here, Emma Poston's day is done. It's going to be DeKalb basketball with 4:27 to go. Inbounds, that one's going to be stolen away, and here they come in transition. Collins with Collins. She sends it across right side. Spins back, 3 ball up. No good off back iron. Daly giving good minutes here in this 4th quarter. Stays on this end with Livingston. That one was swiped. Now she has it back. Sends it back. Top of the circle. Chloe Van Branken defending to the very end here as we near the midway point of this 4th quarter. Now over the back going to be called here on DeKalb with exactly 4 minutes to go in the game.
Why is there not a running clock?
35. Once it hits 35 in basketball. In football, they changed it, knocked it down to 30, which was a wonderful change because you'd have a missed extra point costing us 30 minutes of real time. But in basketball, 35, and even if it gets back under it, it would continue to run. Collins has it now. J.C. Collins gets a screen from Daly. It'll be a moving screen, and it'll go the other way. .344 to go in the ball game. 4 games today. 4 games tomorrow as well. And then they'll have 1 day off. Monday will be the girls' consolation and championship, and then the boys' consolation and championship will be on Tuesday. Late start, 7:30 and 9 p.m. on those 2 days. Yeah, absolutely. Van Branken starts to drive, now bounces over left side. Flip pass back to the top of the key. Now from the right wing driving in, a kick over to Chloe Van Branken. She lines up the triple. That one's no good. Rebound down. And DeKalb had their fair share of open looks tonight. They just haven't fallen virtually at all.
Hit 1 3-pointer all night, and that's so uncharacteristic of them.
As they give over left side, J.C. Collins with it. Now Garrett. Garrett fires over into the corner. Grabbed by Hughes. Hughes back to the top of the circle for Collins. Collins 1 dribble, finds Daly. More subs to the table, about to check in. Driving inside, that one's no good. Rebound down to DeKalb, 2:40 to go. So Livingston Academy and Upperman, round number 3. And don't forget, even if you lose that game, not only do you advance on that 3rd place consolation game, very important because it dictates the matchup in the first round of the region tournament. You'd rather face most times, you'd rather face a district runner-up than a district champion. And as Wholesale subs in, and the Hawkeye faithful give a big round of applause. And some of the youngsters that we'll be talking about 3 years from now are out there on the floor. Pass inside Brandon, now it's swiped away. One goes over. Bringing up into the right wing side, into the corner. Hughes. Hughes looking into the low block. 1 dribble, firing it back the other way. Jumper up and good. That gets a big round of applause. Stansberry for 2. That's one of the cooler things about this. Is that the bench goes crazy when the freshmen and young sophomores make a bucket.
One of my favorite parts of basketball.
On the other end, 3 ball up. That one's no good. Rebound down. Grabbed by Hammock. And Chloe Hammock will push it in tempo. Hammock eyes up the whole way. Now sends over left side, Stansberry into the low block. Baseline feed back out. Hammock with it again. Now right side 3 ball up. That one's no good. Make it a 2. Either way, we go the other way. 90 seconds to go. 35-point lead for Livingston. A convincing victory in this one for the Lady Cats. And we will be on schedule for a 5:30 start time in the boys' game as a foul will be called. This is going to be the 4th one against Livingston. for now. We're on
It's not
schedule.
very
We'll see how long
often,
it takes.
It's not very often for that to happen.
Remember that later on if as Brandon gets a big hug from her teammates. Another one. See the emotion, the finality of sports, the highs and the lows. And Coach consoling her just a little bit. Great skilled player as well, Ella Van Branken. Gives her a high five on the way by. 50 seconds to go here. Driving inside is Melton. Throws up the shot. No. Rebound ricochets around. Still fighting for it, and there's the foul. And this is going to be free throws as they've hit the bonus. They'll let the clock run down to probably about 30 seconds and then stop it. And they actually stopped it with 36, but don't want it to buzz in the middle of it. First free throw is up, and that one is good. This is Lily Young at the stripe. A couple of big runs for Livingston in this game, spurned on by Ellie Butler. 28 points in under 3/4 of work. Second one good as well as Young goes 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 big runs by Livingston Academy. One a 9-0 run and one an 11-0 run. Put this one away.
Top of the key 3 ball. That one's no good. Long rebound out. It'll go to DeKalb. 17 seconds and counting left.
I don't think I've seen a three-pointer from the white line all night.
You're right.
We probably won't either.
Melton with it. As the Livingston sideline rises to their feet. Turnaround shot would count if it goes, and it does. And that will do it. Final score in this one, Livingston 59, DeKalb County 28. Livingston Academy advances on once again and will take on Upperman tomorrow in the District 7 AAA semifinal round. We welcome you into the Livingston Regional Hospital postgame show. Livingston Regional, your hometown hospital. And guys, a dominant effort really for Livingston. For the first couple of minutes it was tight. They went on one run and that was enough to be the difference as they rolled to this big victory and they advance on again. They were cool, calm, and collected this afternoon.
I think that Livingston played a great game. I just don't think DeKalb was able to get those shots. They took amazing shots. We've mentioned it all game. They couldn't buy one. And, you know, it's hard as a player, a coach, as a fan to see that. But, you know, they took those great shots. They had a great season. They've had, you know, a great year. They made it to the district tournament, unlike the past, the past couple of years. But, you know, I think that they don't have anything they're hanging their heads low about. I think that they played a great game. They didn't have those shots fall, and that made the difference.
Yeah, Ellie Butler come out tonight for Livingston and just took over the game from the very beginning. And we talked about it earlier. DeKalb got it to 9 with the ball, couldn't make the shot. Then Livingston went on a 9-0 run, and then early in the second half went on the 11-0 run to put the game away. So.
Scoring for the game is as follows. First for DeKalb County, whose season comes to an end with a record of 8 wins and 18 losses. 10 points tonight for Ella Van Branken, 7 points for Tess Barton, and then 3 for Avery Agee, 2 apiece for Cam Brannon, Chloe Van Branken, Brooklyn Fusen, and 2 for Lily Young as well, for a team total of 28. For the victorious Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats, who improved to 19-10 on this season and will take on Upperman in the semifinal round tomorrow at 4 o'clock here on this floor. It was Ellie Butler with 28 points in just 3/4 of work. 10 for Mally Carwile, 7 for Mila Daly, 5 tonight for Keely Mullins, 3 for Emma Poston, and 2 for Cora Copeland, Jaden Stansberry, Mally Jean Coleman, for a team total of 59. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. David, I think we're all in agreement on this one.
Ellie Butler just took over the game from the opening tip. Like you said, basically 3/4 playing this game, 28 points. Didn't keep up with it, probably close to 10 rebounds too, double-double. Ellie Butler by far the best player tonight.
Yeah, Ellie Butler was the best player on the floor. She is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. But we'll end this stream and be back in about 12 minutes or so with a brand new stream on the Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS network, as it's the boys matchup and also first round elimination game between Livingston and DeKalb County. Final score once again, Livingston 59, DeKalb County 28. We'll talk to you all in just a few minutes from the hoop. Until then, I'm Noah McKay for Hallie Ledbetter, David Ledbetter, and Madison McKay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, but have a great day.